Question 12, the student's work is shown below, and you can see they show us all the work. We're trying to find the mistake. If you're like me, I struggle with these problems, so what is helpful is I just work it out myself, and then we'll just compare our work to this student's work and see if we arrive in the same place. So our first step, isolate the radical. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, and we're left with x minus 3 on the right side. On the left side, we've got the square root of 6x minus 11. Then I'm going to square both sides, and that gives us 6x minus 11 equals x minus 3 multiplied by itself. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Different color, just for clarity's sake. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. I'm going to combine these like terms here, and that gives us x squared minus 6x plus 9 on the right side. On the left side, it's 6x minus 11. So far, same thing. Next thing is they get it equal to 0. That is correct because it's a quadratic. Anytime you have a quadratic, to be able to solve it, you need to equal it to 0. So I'm going to subtract 6x and add 11 here to cancel out the left-hand side and get it equal to 0. But I've also got to subtract 6x and add 11 to this side. So that gives us x squared. Careful here, negative 6 and negative 6 does not cancel. Negative 6 and negative 6 gives us negative 12x plus 20. Still the same thing. Now we're going to factor this. We need two numbers that'll multiply together to give us 20 and add together to give us negative 12. They chose negative 2 and negative 10. I think those are good choices. Negative 2 times negative 10 is positive 20. Negative 2 plus negative 10 is negative 12. And then our last step, I'm not going to show the work because they've kind of done it for us. They take each one equal to 0 and solve each one for x. Those are both true. So then the solutions are 2 and 10. The one thing they didn't do, and they could be correct, that is one of the choices. One of the choices is the student is correct. But what they didn't do is they didn't check to see if one of the solutions is extraneous. And this answer choice gives us a hint of which one to check. It says the student included an extraneous solution of x equals positive 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the original problem, but I'm going to replace everywhere I see an x, I'm going to replace it with positive 2 and see if it works. So instead of 6x minus 11 underneath the square root, it's 6 times 2 minus 11 underneath the square root. Plus 3, and instead of equaling x here, it should equal 2. And let's just do the math. Underneath the square root, we have 6 times 2 minus 11. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 11 is 1. So we get the square root of 1 plus 3 equals 2. Square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 3 is not 2, it's 4. So yeah, 2 does not work. It's an extraneous solution. So this is the mistake that student made.